we'll start, Byron, with Amazon, which is the world's leading online retailer, and it was founded by Jeff Bezos.
Yes, it's now a massive, major player in web hosting, which they call AWS. So that's actually hosting for other sites and so on. It's got nothing to do with online retail. They have a market cap of $370 billion. It trades on a massive PE because it's just squeaked into a profit of about 200 and pays no dividends.
Yeah, well, nothing to sneeze at, given that Tesla has a PE of infinity, and yesterday we bought into Tesla in the international portfolio. I did prevent Paul from taking all that money that we have available in dollars, but I believe we might have to do something on the international front today as well. Anyway, so let's have a look at Amazon's share price before we go further into this discussion. Right, Chris, you want to give us a sense of, that's not a bad looking share price graph.
It's a great looking share price. Bronwyn, you mentioned the hockey stick going down the J curve. I mean, this company was listed, back in the late 90s, and it's been going down a very, very long J curve. It makes money on the odd occasion, but I don't think it's ever paid a dividend. But you know, it's just so rich with potential. It's unbelievable, and that's what people are buying into. So, Byron, you mentioned that they do a lot of hosting for other people, but they're also getting into things like Amazon Fresh, for example, where we start getting fresh groceries being delivered to you. Obviously, that day you can't leave that for a week or so because you lose the immediacy, shall we say? But it really is looking absolutely fantastic. I just love this share, but I think you've still got to give it another couple of years before we really start seeing all of the huge potential there being exploited.
On that point, is there any rush to get in then, if you have to still give it a couple of years, Byron?
Well, you know what the stock market does. It tries to predict that. The market is predicting that this company can make huge profits already with its existing business. What they're doing at the moment is they're taking most of their cash and they're just reinvesting in their infrastructure, their ability to deliver on time on the same day. You know, I think that.
But my point is that if it's priced for perfection, then surely it's not going to surprise on the upside in the short term.
But I don't think it's priced for perfection.
Is it not?
It's only really operating in the US and in Europe. It hasn't even reached the developing world. I mean, I would love to have Amazon here, but you have to pay sort of import tariffs and duties.
But are we not sitting with a
wait 2
PE of
weeks.
close to 200? Doesn't that indicate that the market is expecting a huge amount of positivity out of this stock?
Yes, that's quite right, and that's what I think is going to happen. I mean, if you look at the extent to which online retailing has taken off in the developed world, now in the UK, I guess it's maybe 15 to 20%, so you've still got another 80%, and that's what I'm saying. You know, people eventually, and coming back to Byron's point, once they get over that activation energy barrier, once they actually realize, you know, this is really the way to go. I don't actually like going shopping. Personally, I hate going shopping. And if you've got the ability to do it, and I've shopped on Amazon before, it's actually a very, very pleasurable experience.
So would you buy Amazon at this point in time?
No problems at all, with no compunction.
I was trying to get a little argument going on the desk, but I see that's not going to happen. And of course, you would also buy Amazon
and
at
don't
this point of time.
The content part as well. They've got a lot of Prime users who actually pay a monthly subscription to get all the best features of Amazon. The recent Emmys, their show Transparent won a whole bunch of Emmys, so they're producing a lot of solid content. So I mean, the world is endless, and Jeff Bezos is an incredible entrepreneur. He's up there with the Steve Jobs, Elon Musk's, and Mark Zuckerberg's.
All right, so hot from both of you on that one. Let's go.